What is happening, sports fans, DFS fans, whatever you're watching the video for? Welcome. It's your host, Matt, the DFS 5-pack, rocking it solo Sunday, June 10th. My partner, Ryan, has taken a much-needed day off to spend time with his family. I know he's got a bunch of stuff planned, so good for him. And let's hope we crush it today, and we'll get back at it together tomorrow. We got a really nice 11-game Sunday slate. I haven't worked this Sunday in a little bit, so I'm excited. I really like this slate. There's some clear ways to go in my eyes. As always, there's a bunch of different ways to go, but there's a few guys that I really got my eye on early this morning. Obviously, it's only about 9:45 Eastern, so waiting for lineups and all that fun stuff. But until then, here is the 5-pack that I'm looking at. Let me screen share this. All righty. So starting at the top, anyone who knows me, we got the fifth one. Sorry about that, guys. Anyone who knows me knows I love Corey Kluber. I'm about as big of an Indians fan as you'll ever meet. Kluber's my guy. I could go all day and talk about him, but I decided to not pick on the low-hanging fruit because I love Kluber and talk to you guys a little bit about Alex Cobb. Now, there's a couple cheaper pitchers that are definitely in play here. I suspect one, Jose Urena, is going to be pretty popular and for good reasons. I like Cobb just as much. I like both of them, but I like Cobb a lot. I've watched all of Cobb's starts his past 2 times out. Watched a little bit of that White Sox start. He was not very good. Watched all of his Washington start, and he was excellent. The Baltimore announcers were going on and on about he was finally starting to locate, finally starting to really get into his rhythm that, it'd been waiting for so long because he was so late to sign. He backed that up with a dominant performance at the Mets. Now, I know the Mets aren't good. They're shitty. There's no two ways about it. But he's only 5'1", and he's facing a Blue Jays team that really doesn't scare me either. His curveball was on point against the Mets his last time out. And if that pitch is working like it did his last outing, I think he should have a lot of success with this Blue Jays lineup. The Blue Jays, they're not as bad as the Mets, but like I said, they hardly scare us. And at 5'1", you've got a little wiggle room with Cobb. Again, Cobb was really bad to start the year, but that was a big function of him not signing until really late, like we talked about. Now that he's starting to get into his rhythm, his groove, you're starting to see the Alex Cobb of old. Now, I don't expect 27 or 30 tonight, but if he gives us 18 here, which I think is firmly reasonable, you're in a good spot at 5'1". Again, he's way too cheap. This is an out there call. Of course, it comes with some risk. I would really only run him in GPPs unless I hear he's going to be popular. But I like him a lot in tournaments, and he allows you to do a lot of things that you otherwise would not be able to do. Moving on. I had to pick the low-hanging fruit with this one because he's the hottest hitter in baseball, no doubt about it. Paul Goldschmidt, just get him in your lineups. He's a priority for me. I'll eat the chalk here. Hopefully he's not as popular because he's so expensive, but he should be even more pricey. I mean, look at that game log. He's absolutely on fire. He crushes Coors Field. He might be, if not the top, because I know Matt Kemp is up there also. He's one of the top hitters in Coors Field in its history. He mashes there. He's on fire right now, facing a lefty. Sign me up. Let's check the BBP real quick for Mr. Goldschmidt off of him. That only faced him 5 times, 1 of 5. Can't take anything into that. Lock him in. Next up, we got my boy Jurickson Profar. I like Profar quite a bit in GPPs here. I think a lot of people will go to the Arizona guys, Nick Ahmed, Ketel Marte, and for good reason, and I like those guys. Ahmed priced the same as Profar coming off a big game. I love Profar in tournaments against a lefty at the same price as those guys with massive home run upside. He's on my good side right now. I had full exposure to him a couple days ago when he dropped 37. But he's been really good pretty much every day. I love that he's stealing bags and hitting for power. This guy, if you remember, was a top-notch prospect for the Rangers. It's been a couple years since those days. I know he's fought through some shoulder injuries, but he's starting to finally look like that guy. I like Profar quite a bit. He's been good to me all year. He mashes lefties. No one's going to be on him in hot Arlington. I don't want to go out of my way to stack against Keuchel, but I've used guys against him pretty much every start, and it's worked out. I love Profar here. He will be a mainstay in tournaments for me. Moving on. I'm excited about this slate because all these guys I like quite a bit. My man Jesse Winker is on fire. Look at that game log. Double digits in 4 straight. Had a walk-off hit. He had a walk-off homer against Colorado. He didn't even start that game and went 3 for 3 when he came in the 9th inning in extras. Has backed that up with back-to-back double-digit point games. Facing Carlos Martinez. Now, I know he's had some success against the Reds, but Carlos Martinez did not look right in his first outing back last time, and even made a point of saying that he's not giving it his full go because he doesn't want to re-injure his arm. Now, he's had a bunch of success, like I said, against a bunch of these Reds. However, Winker in 5 ABs is 3 for 5 with a double and no strikeouts. Now, that's nothing, but I like how he hasn't K'd against him in 5 at-bats and has 3 hits. He is locked in right now. I don't think he's going to be popular at all. Matter of fact, I think he'll be sub 8% because it's Carlos Martinez. I love him, and I love him in tournaments especially. Now to a guy who I think is playable in any format, cash, GPPs, double-ups, triple-ups, wherever you want. That's Rhys Hoskins here. Came back yesterday, hit a 3-run bomb, did not strike out. Facing another lefty on the hill today. Rhys Hoskins, 4K. Plug him in. Now, oh, no, Woodruff is a righty, excuse me. So messed that up, but it doesn't matter. Hoskins, like I said, this guy is one of the he reminds me a lot of Cody Bellinger, and we've seen Cody Bellinger break out in a big way recently. I don't want to wait on Hoskins and get it after the 3rd or 4th day he homers. The run is coming. I see another homer in his day today. I like him quite a bit here. I'm a big fan of Hoskins at 4K. I think in the next couple of days you'll see him priced at 4.5, 4.6. Obviously he's got to start hitting to do that. But once this guy starts hitting, you'll see him at that 4.6 price like he was at LA. All right, guys. I know it's early, but wanted to get some info out to you guys so you can, watch it before the games start. Members only will be out. I'm going to do it right after this, so we'll get into more detail and talk about some more plays that we like. And let's get it today, guys. Grind it out Sunday, always one of the best DFS slates. I like this slate a lot, so I'm around all day. If you want to sign up, dfs5pack.com. More videos, more content, all that fun stuff. We're crushing it over here. Thanks, guys.